Hi, Luke. This is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps. I'm here to do your hitting evaluation. Okay, so first when we do these, Luke, is to kind of check your setup. Okay, and I really like your stance. Nice width to your setup. Your hands are high enough for you to create a downward angle to the contact zone, which is good. What I can't see because the video is shot from so far away is that I can't see your hands very well. So make sure that your little knuckles are lined up with your little knuckles on your hand. Okay. In other words, we want that bat to be in your fingertips versus in the palm of your hand. Okay. So let's go ahead and go through this a little bit and see what we do. Okay, I want you to watch something, Luke, okay? Watch where your hands are right now, and as you go forward to your stride, how far your hands are dropping down behind your head. Okay, see, right there, buddy, your bat should be like this. Somewhere in that area right there. If you're getting flat, if you're getting level, Luke, back here, the time that it takes you to get from what we call as point A to point B, which is the contact zone for home plate, is going to take you too long. Okay? Don't get me wrong, buddy. You have to be level. Okay? But not that early. Being level that early makes you long. And we're looking for guys with short strokes. And your stroke is long. What happens when we have a long stroke is, as a hitter, you have to make your decision to swing much earlier than a guy who has a short stroke. You say, what's the big deal, Coach? Well, the big deal is, Luke, at some point in your life, you're going to start facing guys that throw much, much harder. Okay? I have a son named Taylor who plays at the University of Tennessee. When he's in high school, about the hardest anybody threw was about 85. Now he's facing 95 in college. And it's a huge difference. 10 miles an hour faster is a huge difference. Okay? And having that length of swing is going to make you decide to swing or not to swing earlier than the guy that can wait longer. And the guy that can wait longer can then pick up things like spin on a baseball. Is that a slider coming at me? Yeah, I'm taking this pitch. Boom. Or is that a curveball? Or is that a changeup? Or is that a sinker? And because you have to swing so much earlier than they do, you're going to have to make that decision quicker. And that's going to be tough, bud. Luke, you might be a great hitter for where you are at your age and what level you play at right now. But I want you to forget about that, buddy. I want you to think about how good you're going to have to be to play at the highest level. Okay? So, in order to do that, we have to get that swing. We have to get that swing shorter. Okay, that just takes, see what that, we call that drag in the barrel. At this point in your swing, that bat now, where you're at there, it should be like this. Okay, so you can deliver the barrel on time and on plane. But that's going to create an uphill swing, and uphill swings are longer swings. Okay, so how do we get rid of that dropping of the hands? I'll show you the best way I have found to get rid of that from hitters, bud. And whoever's throwing you soft toss, dad or big brother or whatever, okay, is that when they do a soft toss, every once in a while they fake the pitch. Okay, in other words, they don't throw it. And if you move your hands at all on that fake, you got to start back over again. Okay? So you have to make sure that your swing is what we call an A-B swing. Once you get to right here, bud, where you're taking your load and then your stride, okay, from there, it's one move downhill on a downhill descent towards the contact point. Once you get close to the contact point, now we're going to start leveling out and hit the baseball. Okay? Think of it, Luke, as an airplane. When an airplane lands, they don't just drop out of the sky. Thank God. Okay? They make a gradual descent to the airport, and then if they're going to do it like a touch and go, they go through that contact point, the runway, a nice level area, and then they retake off again. That's kind of what we do with our hitting. We start up with our hands up and our barrel up, and as we start striding towards the baseball, we start on a downhill descent to the contact area, flatten out in that span between here and here. I lost my mouse. Where's it at? There it is. Nope, there it is. There it is. Good. Between here and here, we want that bat to be level. As you can see, you're level right now. And you're still level. And you're still level. And you're still level. And you're great through the contact zone. That click right there is where we want to be level. Right there. There to there. And then one more click past that. And then our hands start going back up again on our finish. Okay, so when I send you your eval, Luke, there's going to be a couple drills attached to that eval. One is called dead legs and one is called dual T. If you do those drills diligently, that'll help a little bit with that barrel angle and you drop in your hands. Okay. Okay, let's move on and talk about where you are from a body perspective at contact, which is right. We'll say there. Okay, I can't see the ball there. You're pretty close to it, okay? So right now, buddy, your belt buckle, your chest is facing towards the pitcher. Get back to contact right there. Okay? You've rotated your back hip and your front hip to get to that point. Okay? Luke, this is where you need to be at contact. When you're at this part of your swing, right there, you should be hitting the baseball. Right now, your belt buckle, your chest, is facing the second baseman. At that point we talked about. Right there. Okay? That's where you got to be when you're hitting the baseball. You can see how far you're dragging that barrel behind you. So what you're trying to do is create bat speed by using your hips and your shoulders to create bat speed and rotating on the baseball. And bud, when I go out to scout for the colleges I work for to look for players for them, okay, they're looking for guys that can move their hands fast, not their shoulders and not their hips, their hands. Okay? Because what happens, Luke, is if you stick with this approach to hitting, as far as opening up your front hip and your front shoulder, okay, you're going to eliminate almost one half of the plate from having any chance to drive a baseball. You're not going to be able to handle the pitch on the outer half of home plate, middle, away, or away. You're just not going to be able to drive that baseball. You might be able to make contact, but you're not going to be able to drive it. To be considered a complete hitter, you have to be able to hit the ball to all three fields with some authority. And with that approach, with your hips and your chest and your belt buckle all facing the pitcher at contact, you got no shot. Or it's going to be a very difficult process for you. Okay? So, let's just talk about some specifics from the standpoint of your lower half, okay? There's some really good things here. That's a classic move right there. Good looking inverted C there. I like that a lot. Okay? I would like to see you though, Luke. See right there? You're on the very tip of your toe. I'd like to see you more connected to the ground right there and have your foot in the ground a little bit more. In other words, be on the ball of your foot. because our whole goal in hitting here is driving this knee down to the inside of that front leg. Okay, if you were on the ball of your foot, that would be a very pro look right there. Your front foot's closed, your front leg has got some flex to it, your back leg is driving like crazy to the inside of that front foot. That's a beautiful look right there if your upper body wasn't so rotated. Okay? And if you were on the ball of your foot, that would be a classic look for a right-handed hitter. So that's really good. So let's look at your finish. Okay, oops, too far. Okay, you get contact here. Whoops, right there. Right there. Okay, your hands go out and away from your body. So pretty good finish there. I got no problem with your finish there at all. That's pretty good. Just got to remember, buddy, you got to take that barrel and throw it to center field. Don't throw it to left field. Okay? Yeah, finish is nothing wrong with your finish at all. Okay? Nothing wrong with your finish at all. We just got to make sure that like we talked about. So I'm going to send you those 2 drills on the YouTube video on the link. It'll show you where to go to see those, and I want you to watch those, do those drills diligently, and I think that'll help you with your issue with your hands a little bit and your rotation of your body. Okay, Luke. Luke. Thanks a lot, buddy. Have a good spring and summer. We'll see you at the next ABC baseball camp.